NBA champ, of course, Sirius XM, NBA radio, Fox Sports radio host as well. Antonio, what's happening? Say hello to Lindsey Hunter.
Oh, what's up, fellas? Rob, Lindsey, good to talk to you, brother. Good
What's
to talk
up, brother? How you doing, man?
No doubt.
I am truly blessed, man. Truly blessed.
All right, we got all kinds of stuff we want to get into. Let's start. Steve Kerr, they backed up the truck, $35 million extension. It seems kind of weird. They're on their way going the other way. I'm not saying they should have fired him or whatever, but nice big payday for a team that most of the year has looked out of it.
Why you sound upset, Rob?
Because I just understand, like, I'm always trying to figure out, like, the money for coaches. I know, Lindsey, you coached. You were a head coach in the NBA, but my God, they're giving away Monty Williams. I don't even know. Monty Williams got a truckload of money, and now Steve Kerr. I'm just saying, where are you with the Warriors? Are they a contender or a pretender?
No.
What are they?
They're not a contender for me.
Okay.
They haven't been. I feel like, and I said this last year, though, you could kind of see the wheels start to come off for Golden State last year. And I'm not going to say it was all due to the Draymond Green punch, but things started to head in the other direction from that point, kind of moving forward. Steph Curry has way too much responsibility. For them to be relevant, he has to be incredible on a night-to-night basis. If he's average, they don't win. If he's good, a lot of times they don't win. He has to be extraordinary for the Golden State Warriors to win. Klay Thompson's not who he once was. That team is not built and constructed the way it once was with veterans, the Andre Iguodala, the Sean Livingston, those kind of guys. Now they're building around younger guys along with Steph. Klay Thompson has lost a step or two. So, I mean, the thing is, when we talk about dynasties, can you think of a dynasty that's come to an end and it didn't come crashing down? Dynasties generally don't end well.
No, they always crash and burn. I'm with you. That's usually how it goes.
Antonio, one question for you, because I'm about the Klay Thompson situation. Because I'm a big fan of Klay's when I coached out there, so I got to know those guys.
I was going to say, yeah, you on the coaching staff there.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Klay. And you said some key things. The team is not constructed the way it used to be. They don't play the same way. So Klay doesn't get the same touches that he used to get. The ball doesn't swing the way it used to. Now, if you look back at the year they won it, the last time they won it when they beat Boston in the finals, Klay's numbers are basically the same. Shooting percentages are the same. He's probably dropped in points by 2 points. I think he was averaging 19 then. He's averaging 17 now. But the difference is, like we talked about, they're losing now. So now something has to change.
Yeah, but also it's the fact that the numbers may be the same, but the responsibility is different. That's the biggest difference. Now it's more is expected of him. With that team, you had Jordan Poole. You had a couple veterans on that team to kind of offset his lack of efficiency, so to speak, for Klay Thompson. And when I say lack of efficiency, I mean lack of Klay Thompson efficiency from what we're accustomed to.
Right.
Now the responsibilities change. When you're playing guys like Pajemski and Quinones, and you're bringing these kind of guys, Kuminga, Moody, you're bringing these guys, they don't have the understanding of the offense that those other guys that you had at that time had. And if you go back to the previous 3 championships, again, you have to take a look at some of the veterans that they had at that time. And things just looked a lot smoother. Even when you watch them play now, that ball doesn't move like it once did.
No,
I've said that. The action's not the same.
I've said that every single game I watch. I'm like, the ball doesn't move the way it used to. Steph dominates the ball more now than he ever has. Yep. And most nights he has to for them to have a chance.
Right. And that's what I mean when Steph has to be incredible for them to win. He has to be incredible. When he has games like he was last night, 1 of 10 from the three-point line, they ain't winning.
Right. No doubt.
They're not winning.
Our guest is Antonio Daniels, of course, NBA champ, Sirius XM, NBA radio host. So the Pelicans social media went after Stephen A. They went after Stephen A. You saw it, Antonio.
As did I.
Yes. And basically, he had some choice words about Zion and eating at McDonald's and stuff like that. So they pulled up his picture from college when he averaged 1.5 points to make their point. Did Stephen A. and forget about, I mean, they could have fun, do whatever they want to do on social media, but was Stephen A.'s talk about Zion, was it based on anything or not as far as his conditioning and his health and his weight? Was that fair or was that not fair?
I thought it was completely unfair.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Tell us why. Yep.
I am all for legitimate critique. I am all for criticism. I am all for that. But the thing we have to it has to come from somewhere, right? So let's think about this, right? The game before the All-Star break, Zion had 36, 8, and 6, right? I'm talking about the game prior to the All-Star break. So then you go into All-Star break, and then you come out of All-Star break, and coming out of All-Star break, he has a game of 27 and 10. And the Pelicans at the time had won 8 of 9 games. And that's what you wake up saying at that time? Again, I am all for critique. I am all for that. Like, if it's legitimate, I get it. But mean-spirited things for a young man that's 23 years old, I won't grasp that concept. I'll never grasp that concept. You know, like, you can say Stephen A. is a very, very articulate man. Very articulate. You know, journalist for a number of years and is great at his job. There are better ways to describe how you feel about Zion than burgers and all this other kind of stuff that he was saying, especially since it came from nowhere because he's playing well and the Pelicans are playing well.
Right.
He's appeared in 47 games this year, right? The whole thing with Zion was availability. He played 29 games last year, 29. So he played in 47 games this year thus far. And then after they win 8 of 9 games and he goes for 36, 8 and 6, and then comes out and goes for 27 and 10, that's the thing that comes out that next morning?
Right.
From where? I just don't grasp the concept of it.
We got about a minute to go. Lindsay got one more question.
And Antonio, do you think, like, because I think Zion is a walking, double-double. When I watch him play, he shoots a high percentage. He just has to be as big as he is, man, he has an uncanny quickness about him. And he's a grown man out there at 23. He's a grown man out there. Can he maintain that level of play though with the weight he's carrying? And I'm not like saying it's all bad weight because some people are built like that and some people can play like that. We watched Barkley for years dominate, with a bigger frame. So do you think he can just stay healthy playing the way he plays with that explosiveness that he has?
I do, but you know what, Lindsay? My thing with him and his explosiveness, I feel like that's one of the most underrated aspects of his game is something that you just said. It's his center of gravity. Right. It's his handle. And he is one of the best tough layup makers in the league.
Man, he is.
You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen a guy that's that size with that explosiveness, that quickness, and that touch around the rim. I feel like him, Steph, and Kyrie Irving are the best tough layup makers in the league. And his highlights go viral. But that's not all he is.
Right.
Do I think he can? No question I think he can. But you know this better than anybody. As you get older, you start to figure out certain things about your body.
Right.
That you don't know when you're 21 and 22 years old. My rookie year, I was eating McDonald's. I was eating McDonald's as a rookie. I was eating McDonald's my second year in the league when we won the championship with the San Antonio Spurs.
Right.
Growth is not linear. And this is something that he's going to continue to grow and find out as he continues to mature in this league.
All right. His name is Antonio Daniels, our guy, NBA champ, Sirius XM NBA radio host. Thanks, my man. We appreciate you.